Hello and welcome to your Santini Plaza update for October 24th, 2023. For those of you that do not know me, because sometimes this video gets shared and people just don't know, I am Carrie. I am the owner of Liani's on Fort Myers Beach, located in the south end of Fort Myers Beach in Santini Plaza since 1977. And unfortunately, I do not have all the answers that everyone wants to know. And we might as well just rip the Band-Aid off now in regard to when is the plaza going to be open and ready to service the tourist industry in the south end of Fort Myers Beach again. And unfortunately, I do not know the answer to that question. Many of the business owners and even the plaza manager was expecting that we would all be at the position of doing our build outs by now. And that just has not been the way that things have fallen. And I'm not here to judge on why or who or any of that. I'm here to let you know at home what things are looking like, because I hate to be the Debbie Downer, but Fort Myers Beach is kind of quieter than it was during the COVID shutdown. I mean, the quietness that is here is just daunting. I mean, the things that you're used to seeing and experiencing on Fort Myers Beach. I mean, this is like a ghost town. There are things that are open here. There are places to eat. There are places to go. But if you're looking for the South End Santini Plaza experience of 5 to 7 different restaurants and shops and going down to the farmer's market, and that is just not ready yet. It's not. And I wish I could tell you a date that it would be ready. But like COVID, some things never recovered and loved ones died, and just some things will never be the same. There are parts of this island that will never be the same again. But Santini Plaza will be back. But the question of when, I do not have that answer. I would like to take this opportunity to share with all of you what I have learned from this experience. And it's the reason that I did what I did at Liani's is surely because I enjoyed the ladies that showed up there every single day because they wanted to. I showed up every day because I wanted to. The customers that came to Liani's for their bathing suit fitting or to find that perfect dress for their grandson's wedding, they came there for the community of it. Everyone comes to Fort Myers Beach from somewhere. Very few people are born and raised their whole life on Fort Myers Beach. There's kids that go to the beach schools, there's families. But for the most part, people come from somewhere. They find something about this island and they just enjoy it. And now with so many things just missing on this island, it's something that I look forward to being a part of and rebuilding those things so that there is that gathering place for ladies to come and spend time with other ladies. Those of you that know Liani's well know that, Robin and Evelyn always work together. Joyce and Joanne always work together. There's people that were teams that just enjoyed working with each other. And that's just the way that it was. It's something that we did as a family. And none of us are related at Liani's, but because of Liani's, we're all related as a family team. And even our customers, you know who you are. We know you when you walk in the door, no matter how far you've traveled. We know you, we remember you, we miss you. And I'm looking forward to doing that again in the future. But how much longer in the future? I wish I could tell you, my friends, I really do. What I do know is enough to be dangerous regarding building and construction. I know there needs to be a certain order of things for rough building inspections, rough electrical, rough mechanical, rough plumbing, and then that's followed by finished electrical, finished mechanical, finished plumbing. And there has to be a point that you get to so that all the landlord's finished inspections have happened, and then each suite is at a place where they can pull their interior build-out permits. And as you can see, we're just not there yet, so that that next phase can start happening for interior build-outs. I can tell you that I've been to this plaza many, many times, and the amount of electrical rewiring that's had to happen in this plaza is quite extensive. And along the back of the building, all the wires were still just hanging out of the meters because the meter faces still were not able to be received so they could be put on. And today, at the back of the plaza, all the faces are on all the meters. So there's just bits and pieces of so many things. I mean, pieces and parts, I guess I should say, that just are not readily available because so many were destroyed. I mean, I can't even fathom pools, the number of pools that are not in service because of whatever needs to be fixed or cleaned about them. People are coming down to their condos because their elevators are working, and then they go, oh, but the pool's not working. What am I going to do? Here is the what used to be known as Fishtail restaurant, and this was rumored to be purchased by Deep Lagoon, and I haven't seen any work going on back there, so I don't know. This area during Hurricane Ian, you couldn't even walk through this area. You couldn't see the street. There was cars and trash as far as the eye could see. And, it's come a long way, but we're not quite there yet. We're just not. I wish I could tell you differently, but I can only be honest. I have heard that CVS is going to be opening, I think it was the 15th of December is their target date, but I've also heard that Santini Plaza was planning on being open by the end of the year, and I don't see that happening. I'm not telling you it's impossible. I see from my own eyes and my experiences that I don't think it's going to happen. But I'm not the one who's driving that boat, but I'm a common sense girl. The other thing that I'm seeing is no work being done at the gas station, the 7-Eleven across the street. I don't have any news on that, but again, you've heard me say I'm a common sense girl. I do know when things are destroyed to a certain level, things have to be brought up to code. And, I know about phase 1 and phase 2 environmentals, and probably the way those tanks are in the ground is no longer acceptable for today's standards. And I expect that to be a little bit of hurdles for the gas station across the street. I'm seeing the same thing when I come up the south end of the island. If any of you are familiar with the Wynn store that was down there, it's now a Surfside at what would that be? Imperial and Bonita Beach Road. That gas station seems to be having the same issues, and I think that's going to be some significant hurdles for getting gas on the island for an unknown amount of time. And we're coming up on CVS, so you can get a closer look at how far along they are coming. There's workers over there regularly. The building has been painted. It looks, I haven't seen inside, but it looks like December 15th might be achievable. And I'm going to make it around over here toward the car and go down to the south end of the beach. For those of you that are aware, there is a replacement plan for the San Carlos Bridge. That's the South Bridge, and that has started at the south end of the beach. The drawbridge down there is still functional. You can still pass the south end bridge while they're under construction building the new bridge. But it's going to be a bit of a mess there. And as always, if there's anything that any of us can do for you from Liani's, leave us a message in the comments section. We will do our best to get you answers. And some of you know exactly where to find me. Come down and shop at Victoria's, or anyone at the Coconut Point Brighton store will know exactly how to find me. So I hope today you do everything within your power to make it a fabulous beach day wherever you are in the world.